This video is about why some people are respected the moment they walk into a room, while others are ignored, even when they try. You've probably felt this yourself, speaking, but not being fully heard, trying to prove your value, yet still being overlooked, watching someone else say less, do less, and somehow command more attention. The difference is not confidence tricks, loudness, or status. It's something quieter, something people feel before you even speak. In this video, you'll understand what creates that presence, how people subconsciously respond to it, and how to develop it without forcing anything. Because once this shifts, the way people look at you, listen to you, and treat you begins to change. Stay with me, because by the end you'll see exactly what builds an aura people naturally respect. In simple psychological terms, an aura is not some mystical energy around you. It is the sum of all the non-verbal signals you are constantly giving off. It is the silent message people receive about you before you even speak. This message comes through your posture, your eye contact, the way you move, and even the stillness you hold. Without realizing it, both your mind and the minds of others are always reading these signals, forming quick judgments about your confidence, your state of mind, and your overall presence. What people call a powerful aura is simply the result of showing signals that reflect control, stability, and self-possession. And when others pick up on that, they naturally interpret it as strength and authority. You can think of it as a kind of broadcast. Most people, without knowing it, are sending out signals of tension, neediness, or uncertainty, and that shapes how they are seen. Most people don't realize they are being judged before they even speak. Their movements often feel rushed, their speech becomes quick and unfocused, and their eyes move around as if searching for approval or watching for problems. This constant sense of nervous energy quietly weakens how they are perceived, and it signals to others that they are not fully in control of themselves. In contrast, a person with a strong presence operates on a very different level. Their pace is slower, their actions are deliberate, and their behavior feels steady and intentional. The signals they give off are consistent, and this creates a clear impression of inner stability, something others naturally respect and pay attention to. This is not about pretending or acting. It is a form of disciplined communication that comes from control, not performance. The reason it feels so real is because most people are not aware they are sending these signals at all. And this matters because people are naturally wired to trust what they see more than what they hear. Words can be chosen carefully, but the body tends to reveal what is actually going on beneath the surface. What feels natural to you may already be lowering how others perceive you. A person who can stay calm under pressure, hold steady eye contact without becoming aggressive, and move in a relaxed, controlled way is showing something most people struggle with: control over their own instincts. That level of self-discipline is rare, and because of that, people naturally notice it. Without thinking about it, the mind reads this as a sign of strength, someone who is stable, aware, and worth paying attention to. So when we talk about building an aura, we are really talking about shaping the silent message your body is always sending. It becomes a process of becoming aware of these signals and learning how to guide them. Instead of showing tension, uncertainty, or reacting quickly, you begin to replace those patterns with calmness, control, and steady presence. Small things begin to matter. The way you pause, the way you breathe, the way you hold yourself in a moment. Each of these becomes part of the overall impression you create. Over time, this is what builds a presence that feels real and grounded, turning something that seems abstract into something you can actually develop and strengthen. The difference between being noticed and being respected is often just control. Most people try to build presence by doing more, speaking more, or proving themselves. But that often weakens how they're perceived. What actually changes how people treat you is learning how to stay composed, controlled, and unaffected in subtle ways. That's where the art of strategic indifference becomes useful. It shows you how to protect your mental space, avoid unnecessary reactions, and build a presence that others take seriously. If you want to understand how to apply this in real situations, you'll find it in the description. Our brains are built from very old systems, shaped in a time when survival depended on quickly deciding who was a threat and who was safe. The part of the mind responsible for these instant judgments works much faster than your conscious thinking. Before you even have time to analyze someone, this deeper system has already formed an impression. It is not focused on polite words or friendly gestures. Instead, it is scanning for signs of strength, stability, and consistency. This is where presence begins to matter. A strong aura communicates directly with this deeper part of the mind, giving it clear signals it can understand. People who naturally command attention do not try to force it. Their behavior simply aligns with what the mind interprets as high status. The way they move is slower and more controlled, and that alone sends a message. Because in nature, the ones who are rushed and tense are usually the ones under pressure, not the ones in control. Your presence is not judged logically. It is felt instantly. Their calm stillness sends a quiet message that they are not disturbed by what is around them, which suggests they are in control of themselves and the situation. When they hold eye contact in a relaxed and steady way, it communicates confidence without needing to force it. These signals go back to something very old, patterns the mind recognizes from long before modern life. Even if you are not aware of it consciously, this deeper part of the mind notices it and responds with a natural sense of respect. This is also why trying too hard to be liked often has the opposite effect. When someone talks too much, laughs too loudly, or constantly looks for agreement, it creates a different signal. It suggests uncertainty and a need for approval, and that need is quickly picked up by others. Instead of building respect, it can make a person seem less stable, because it shows they depend on how others respond to them, rather than being grounded within themselves. Trying to be liked is often the fastest way to lose respect. It comes to a simple conclusion. If those signals are not there, you are not seen as a source of stability or strength, and as a result, you are not taken seriously. Even if you try to connect on the surface, those efforts can be quietly overridden by deeper, automatic judgments happening beneath awareness. This is why building a strong presence requires a different approach. You have to learn how to communicate at that deeper level. It means showing strength without needing to be aggressive, and confidence without becoming arrogant. The most powerful signals are often the ones you do not speak. They are shown through your posture, your stillness, and your control. When you begin to project calmness, consistency, and self-containment, you are meeting the deeper criteria people use to judge value and presence. And once that shifts, something changes. Respect is no longer something you try to earn. It becomes a natural response to how you carry yourself. Most people lose authority in moments so small, they never notice them. If you're starting to see how subtle behavior shapes perception, a like helps. You can subscribe if you want more videos like this. In social situations, what people perceive becomes their reality. Machiavelli understood that how you are seen often matters more than what is actually true. When you carry yourself with calmness and composure, people begin to respond to you with a different level of respect. The way you present yourself quietly shapes how others treat you. And once you begin to understand this, something becomes clear. When you learn to manage your presence, you begin to influence the outcome of your interactions. In the world of power, perception quietly shapes everything. In a world filled with constant noise, silence begins to carry a different kind of weight. Those who know how to remain quiet at the right moments often appear more confident and in control. In conversations, especially when there is tension or negotiation, the person who speaks less often gains the advantage. Their silence creates space, and in that space, others start to reveal more than they planned. This is not passive behavior. It is a deliberate choice to hold back and observe. When you reduce how much you speak, your words begin to carry more value, and people pay closer attention when you do speak. At the same time, your quiet presence creates a sense of curiosity. Others begin to wonder what you are thinking. That sense of mystery builds respect, because it shows that your sense of worth does not depend on constant approval or attention. And over time, you begin to see that real presence is not built through constant expression, but through the control and timing of silence. Silence is not empty. It is where control quietly shifts. In nature, predators move with calm and deliberate stillness, never wasting energy without purpose. People with a strong presence often reflect this in their behavior. They do not fidget, they do not make unnecessary movements, and they do not appear restless. This kind of composure stands out, and it can quietly unsettle others because it feels different. Stillness here is not stiffness, it is a relaxed readiness, a sense that action is possible but not rushed. In moments of tension, this controlled body language signals that you are fully in command of yourself. Most people reveal uncertainty through constant movement, small restless gestures that lower how they are perceived. But when you learn to control your body, something changes. Your presence begins to reflect strength and authority without needing words. Over time, you practice standing grounded, reducing unnecessary motion, and becoming more intentional in how you carry yourself. And in that stillness, a quiet form of respect begins to build around you. Real power begins with control over your emotions. When someone is driven by emotion, they become easier to influence. But when they can manage what they feel, they become far less predictable and much harder to move. Instead of reacting in the moment, you begin to respond with intention, using emotion with awareness rather than impulse. When you stay calm in the face of provocation, you remove the leverage others may try to use against you. Even in moments of success or excitement, maintaining composure creates a different signal. It shows that what you achieve is expected, not something that unsettles you. This steady way of being reflects stability and resilience, and over time, it earns a deeper form of respect. As you become more aware of your internal state, you begin to choose your responses carefully, and in doing so, your composure becomes both protection and strength, shaping how others perceive your presence without the need for force. Everyone carries a quiet, internal way of judging others, often without even realizing it. From the moment you appear, people begin forming an impression of your position and presence. Your posture is one of the first things they notice. When you stand upright and grounded, it suggests confidence and stability. The way you move also matters. Slow, deliberate movements give the sense that you are in control, while restless or fidgeting behavior can suggest tension or uncertainty. How you respond to unexpected situations becomes even more important. When your reaction is minimal and controlled, it shows that you are steady under pressure. And this is something people instinctively respect. Without words, your body and your reactions begin to tell a story about who you are and how you should be treated. When that story reflects calm strength and consistency, respect follows naturally without needing to be asked for. Beyond posture, there is something more subtle that people pick up on, the energy you carry. Most people move through situations with a scattered sense of tension, and without realizing it, they signal uncertainty. A strong presence feels different. It is calm, focused, and steady. And because it is rare, it naturally draws attention. This is often most noticeable through the eyes. A steady, relaxed gaze that is present but not aggressive sends a clear message that you are comfortable and unshaken. You begin to anchor yourself in the moment, letting your attention stay where you are instead of being pulled in different directions. As your thoughts settle, that stillness begins to show externally. And even if people cannot explain it, they begin to feel it. That quiet stability changes how they respond to you. Over time, this calm energy becomes part of how you are perceived, a silent form of communication that reflects control and presence without needing words. Your presence quietly acts like a filter, shaping the kind of interactions you experience. When that presence feels weak or uncertain, it can invite the wrong kind of attention. Small signals of low confidence or instability give others the sense that they can push boundaries without consequence. People who look for easy influence tend to notice these signals quickly. They read a lack of composure as an opening, but when your presence is calm and steady, something shifts. Without saying anything, you begin to communicate limits, self-respect, and control. This changes how others approach you. Those who rely on pressure or manipulation often lose interest because they sense their approach will not work. At the same time, a strong presence tends to draw in a different kind of attention. People who value stability and self-control begin to respond to you differently. They recognize something familiar. Over time, your presence begins to shape your environment, reducing unnecessary conflict while attracting more balanced and respectful interactions. This begins to shape the kind of relationships you experience over time. Your presence quietly influences who stays around you and who does not. As your signals change, the way people respond to you also begins to shift. What once felt common may no longer feel acceptable, and your social environment starts to adjust without force. In a sense, you begin to refine your own filter. The way you are perceived starts to determine how you are treated, and that perception is shaped by how you carry yourself. As you develop a calmer and more grounded presence, it becomes easier to move away from unnecessary tension and distraction. Over time, what remains are interactions that feel more stable and respectful, while what does not align with that simply fades out of your space. Presence is built through calm and deliberate behavior, but it can be weakened quickly through over-talking, reacting too quickly, or carrying restless energy. When you rush to fill silence with words or respond without thinking, it often signals uncertainty rather than strength. These small habits quietly shape how others see you. In contrast, real presence is shown in stillness, in speaking with intention, and in maintaining composure even when there is pressure. It is not about creating noise, but about reducing it. And when that calm replaces chaos, your presence begins to carry more weight without needing to do more. The constant need for approval quietly drains your personal power. When your sense of confidence depends on how others respond, it becomes unstable. Real confidence begins from within, not from validation. A strong presence expresses itself without hesitation, without needing to soften every statement or look for agreement. It is steady and self-contained. When you stop relying on others for reassurance, something shifts. You become less affected by how people react and more grounded in your own position. And from that place, your presence begins to carry a different kind of weight, one that earns respect without needing to ask for it. Your face often reveals more than you intend, showing your reactions before you even speak. Learning to maintain a calm, neutral expression means holding a look that is steady and composed, not empty and not aggressive. This kind of control keeps your thoughts and intentions less visible, which often leads others to reveal more than they planned. When you manage your expressions, you begin to shape how situations unfold. This quiet control over your face becomes a subtle but powerful advantage. Developing deliberate action means becoming more intentional in how you move, speak, and respond. You begin to slow your movements, allow a brief pause before speaking, and choose your words with care so they carry more weight. You practice stillness, handle even simple actions with control, and allow moments of silence to exist without needing to fill them. Over time, this way of carrying yourself begins to change how others see you, creating a presence that feels calm, steady, and quietly powerful. Indifference can shape a powerful presence when it is understood correctly. It is not about becoming cold, but about developing a genuine distance from outcomes and from the need for approval. When you reach that state, you begin to project a quiet form of confidence, a sense that you are self-contained and not easily influenced. This kind of stability is rare and people tend to notice it. Without trying to attract attention, your lack of neediness begins to draw it. Others become more aware of you, while you remain steady, centered, and unaffected by what happens around you. At a certain point, this stops being behavior and becomes identity. Strategic distance is not about isolating yourself. It is about choosing how and when you are present. When you are not constantly available, your presence begins to carry more value. That space creates a sense of intrigue, and people tend to respect what is not always within easy reach. You begin to share what is necessary, while keeping your inner thoughts and personal world more private. This quiet distance protects your sense of control and gradually strengthens how you are perceived. Self-mastery is something you practice each day, not something you arrive at once and keep forever. You begin by creating a moment of silence in the morning, allowing yourself to settle before the noise of the day begins. As you move through your day, you carry that calm with you, listening carefully, responding with intention, and maintaining a sense of stillness even in active moments. At the end of the day, you reflect on your actions, noticing what you did well and what can be improved. Over time, this steady practice begins to shape a presence that feels grounded, controlled, and difficult to disturb. Real power is often quiet, observant, and contained within. The tools that build it, silence, stillness, and emotional control, are not always visible, but the effect they create is clear. Respect is not something you demand from others. It naturally moves toward those who carry themselves with calm authority. When you begin to shape your presence with intention, you take control of how you are perceived, and over time, the way you present yourself becomes the reality others respond to. If you found this useful, leave a like so more people can come across it. I'm curious, what do you think makes someone instantly respected when they walk into a room? Let me know in the comments. You can share this with someone who might need it. Subscribe for more content on power, perception, and human behavior, and watch the next video where we continue breaking this down further.